Now my favorite story of the week, an ambitious high school student from New York pulled off the college admissions jackpot. This morning, he has acceptance letters from every single one of the nation's Ivy League schools. And I'm jealous of CBS This Morning contributor Lee Woodruff because she got to sit down with the talented team to find out how he made the grade. And of course, Lee, how parents like us can replicate this.
Well, good morning, Nora. And you should be jealous because it's an extraordinary feat, almost unheard of. The kid may have hit the jackpot, but as you'll see, it was not just a matter of luck.
If you want to work with a partner, someone next to you, that's fine. But
For most high schoolers, getting into even one of the nation's selective Ivy League colleges is a dream. But 17-year-old Quasi Enan got into all 8 of them.
I was like, there's no way. Someone has to say no, because that just doesn't happen. And then, Harvard came in, that was the last one, and I was like, well, I guess it happened.
Harvard, Princeton, Yale, Brown, Columbia, Cornell, Dartmouth, and Penn. How does that feel?
Wonderful. Amazing, satisfying.
Quasi is in the top 2% of his class at William Floyd High, a Long Island public school, and he had an almost perfect score on the SATs. But he's got a lot more going for him than just good grades and high scores.
I'm in youth and government at my school, track and field. I've been musical theater, chamber orchestra. I am a bass singer in the men's a cappella group. I volunteer at Stony Brook Hospital, church, bell choir, youth choir, play viola, things like that.
And yet, the odds were still very much against him. Of more than 250,000 students who applied to the 8 elite schools, less than 9% got in. Yale accepts 6.3%, Harvard just 5.9%. The son of immigrants from Ghana, Quasi was taught to make the most of every opportunity.
Coming from Africa, resources there are limited. Over here, there's no way you can tell me that you cannot do well. I won't accept that.
Ebenezer Enan says his son didn't have any natural-born advantages either.
But I wouldn't say that he was, like a unique kid. I wouldn't say that. He was just an average person, average child.
Every parent wants to hear, what did your parents do to inspire you? How can we all get a kid like you?
Make a little policy, I guess. Anything below 95 isn't good enough. And in a way that's like, not beating you down, but saying, you can always do more, can't you? And if you feel that sense of, I can always do better, you always will.
Quasi wants to be a neurologist or a cardiologist, and he'd like to keep playing music. Of course, first, he has to decide which school to attend. And he's leaning toward Yale, but financial aid will be a factor. I hope you're listening, Yale admissions. And by the way, Charlie, he also got into several other schools, including Duke, your alma mater.
Yeah. Yes. I heard Duke was his safety school.
Oh, totally.
Oh, God,
yeah.
Thanks, Quasi.
Right.
Great
Well, we'd
family.
be happy to have him. I can tell you that.
Yes.
And such an amazing family.
His parents are immigrants from Ghana, right? And they're both nurses, right?
Yes. And so they moved the family to this country to give him these opportunities.
Does he have siblings?
He has a daughter. I mean, he has a sister, and she's about 13. So she's watching. I asked his dad, is there a little bit of pressure here? And he said she's watching very closely.
And did he have any designs when he thought about applying to all 8 Ivy Leagues? Because I don't know if a lot of kids usually apply to like 3 to 5 schools. That's a lot of schools to apply to.
It was his dad's idea. His dad said, why don't you just try this? You can do this. And so it was his father inspired him to do it.
Nora, we applied to 13 at my house. So.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
And you just wait, Nora, girl.
Yeah,
okay.
You got to cover all the bases. That was great.
I did get home and kick a little fanny last night with my girls.
No,
I did.
that
Nothing
was
less
great.
than a 95, ladies.